What is up? Before I start this video, I just want to mention that today is the Supreme box logo release. It's been said that it might drop at 11 AM Eastern time, however that's not confirmed, so I just want to make sure I'm always monitoring my computer, so you might see my eyes glance away in this video, as I'm keeping an eye on the monitors on my Discord group. Also, it's funny, this drop is also related to the video, because already there's been fake t-shirts being produced before this release was even live. But now let's move on with the topic of this video. So I decided to create a topic on this because I don't see it being spoken about much. This is also in terms of buying fake items for personal use. I do not endorse buying or selling fake items either. All items sold or purchased must be authentic. I also want to mention that generally it's better not to buy real or fake items. Low consumption is better for the world overall. So take a minimalist approach to this. But a lot of people wonder this: should we start buying fakes and replicas? You'll find that this market is huge, and there are some Instagram pages with followers in the 6 figures, and they also sell fakes. And from what I see, most people do, in fact, support replicas. Often, the argument is why pay thousands when I can just pay hundreds? This topic is also becoming more popular because very often, fake factories start producing fake items before an official release. Also, there have been cases where the quality on a fake pair of sneakers is better than the real pair. Not only does this make the higher resale price unreasonable, but it can also make it difficult to distinguish what's real and what's fake. That's why we might see major online stores like StockX and Go even let replicas slip through their checks. Fashion brands have been trying to fight this too. In fact, Nike is planning to implement a small chip on their shoe boxes and use QR codes to scan for authenticity. It's also rumoured that they're working together with StockX on this, but there's no confirmed news about this. However, it still remains a mystery on how this will all work. The fake market also has a big impact on us resellers. Many of us use StockX as the main guide for the average value of a sneaker or item. In times where we might see a sudden drop in price, it could be caused by a lot of high quality fakes going through the system. Now, this is the part where your profits start taking the hit. Also, if a buyer demands fake alternatives, it can also cause prices of real pairs to fall, as those sellers struggle to flip their items and therefore lower their prices. This is great for consumers, but terrible for resellers. But if you hate resellers and like this idea, don't get too excited, because higher sales of fakes means more taxes lost out within the economy, and you could end up paying for it. Selling fake items is against the law in some countries too, and therefore the earnings can't be declared. Not only does this hurt reselling, but consumers can suffer from this too. Another big consequence I can remember is the fake Gucci caps. I remember around the period of 2015, there were many people suddenly walking around with fake Gucci caps. Suddenly, everyone started associating those caps as fake, and the style quickly died out. Some might argue this gives brands good awareness. However, it does dilute the brand, and as a result, Gucci might need to make a quick transition to a new style, which will cost them a lot of money. But as humans, we are also naturally selfish. The quickest response for somebody would be, well, that's not my problem, these brands are worth billions. But take a moment to look at it from another point of view and not as a selfish consumer. If you've worked hard for many years, invested in marketing, took on huge risk, and finally you become successful, surely you'd be very upset if somebody pops up from nowhere and starts replicating your products. And they're not only causing you to lose revenue, they could be ruining your brand image. In other words, it's unfair. So you will do everything you can to put stop to it. At the end of the day, the fake market is damaging these big brands, and it's putting the long-term survival of their businesses at risk. Not only does it affect business and economy, but you could argue that fakes contribute to fast fashion. If somebody has a £1,000 budget to spend on clothing, and they bought one authentic jacket from, let's say, Moncler, they can only buy one jacket, and that means there's only one item affecting the environment. But let's assume this person decided to purchase 10 jackets at $100 each. This has a bigger impact on the environment because that's 10 items that are affecting the environment. And also, the quality is also likely to be poorer on these 10 fakes, and therefore they'll need replacing quickly. Consumption in both cases, real and fake, consumption does damage the environment. However, one item produced is better than 10. If you buy a fake item, you may also struggle to resell it if you no longer want it. There are not many people who will buy a fake second-hand item. However, if your item is authentic, it could even increase in price, and often there are people who are willing to pay for second-hand items that are authentic. But another final note that I also want to mention is this: if price is the problem, then buying branded clothes should not be on the consumer's mind. It's better to stick to non-branded clothing essentials, but of course keep that at a minimum too, and not contributing to fast fashion. A personal view of mine is this: if an item or clothing product that you want to buy is worth $1,000, instead of choosing the easy way out with a fake, you should earn it. If a $1,000 pair of sneakers is not affordable and you really want them, well, you should work until you earn them and feel no pain about spending $1,000 on them. That way, you haven't cheated for them. There's also a study done by Dan Early, and he found that those who knowingly wear fakes tend to be more dishonest. It's off topic, but I recommend that you read the book by Dan Early, The Honest Truth About Dishonesty. You can also read more information about this study via the link in the description. But the main takeaways from this video are this: buying fake items hurt the economy through artificial increases in supply and also brand dilution. On top of this, a lot of tax can be lost out. Buying fake items is also illegal in many countries and contributes to fast fashion, which damages the world that we live in. Finally, if you really want a branded item but can't afford it, this should be your goal to work towards. Fakes are just the easy way out. This ended up being a pretty deep video, but I would also like to know others' thoughts about this. There's likely to be flaws in my way of thinking, so discussing this in the comments can give us a good picture of what the community thinks about this. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe. Remember, you can always unsubscribe at any time. It's free. But if you feel that's too much commitment, at least leave a like. That would help me a lot in growing this channel and potentially networking with others so I can bring you greater content. Thank you for watching and have a great rest of your day.